there a reason for that?
I think Marla was recording too. I think we tried both to do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just turned mine off once I saw that you were doing it. So
No worries. So Bobby did ask me to do 3 things during my part of the memorial. The first was to remind everybody that we are gathered here to celebrate Bobby's life, to be a joyous celebration of Bobby, and it's not about being sad. Now that said, of course we're all sad. Of course we are. With this Bobby, she's not with us physically anymore, but of course she is with us in spirit. And anytime any of us plays or hears a drum, Bobby's going to be with us. We're going to start with that. First of all, then the second thing she asked is that I start my presentation the way I started our first lesson back in 2016, the way I start all of my groups. It's just a way of grounding ourselves in the present and being willing to engage together completely. The third thing is she asked that I tell a story that I shared with her during that first session together that I normally don't tell, and she knows I normally don't tell because it's very, very, very moving to me personally. But I want to share it with you all because Bobby asked me. She challenged me too. To start with, what we're doing here today is something that people around the globe have done for many, many thousands of years. Play rhythm instruments as a way to tap into our innate ability as human beings to reinforce positive patterns of attitude and action, positive and powerful life rhythms through repetition. This is true for us as individuals and as communities of all types. Through repetition, we also drop into that energized, focused state of entrainment that athletes call the zone. It's also called flow, effortless mastery, and many, many other names. Musicians call that state the groove. So today we're just going to be serving the groove to and with Bobby. This tradition that we've engaged in drumming throughout the years started many, many, many years ago when we first gathered around the fire. Our ancestors clapped their hands, stomped their feet in simple pulse movements and sounds, and then ecstatically celebrated life by shouting and howling and chanting. This is an offshoot of that. It has evolved over the millennia around the globe. Different cultures have different types of rhythms. Well, it all starts with that simple pulse rhythm. We'll get into that a little bit more later. As we explore these rhythms, remember that our fundamental goal is to communicate with each other and collaborate with each other and to celebrate with each other. The next thing that Bobby asked me to do is tell that story. I will get to that. But first of all, I'd like to warm us up a little bit, the way I warm up all my groups and the way I started with Bobby. We're going to take 3 deep breaths and make a sound on the exhale. And release our shoulders, release any body tension doing that, and with the intention of celebrating Bobby. Let me demonstrate once. Just a simple release. Do that one time together. Do it like you mean it, please. Ready? And. Beautiful. You all do that? Again, on my cue, one more time. One more time, everybody together, and let's end by joyously celebrating Bobby's life by laughing together. Ready? End. Bobby, we love you. Okay, now, the first time I got together with Bobby, we drummed, we did brain drumming, and progressed from the simple pulse to more complex rhythms, slightly more complex, over the course of about 30 minutes. And I noticed that Bobby would relax more and more, drop into the groove more and more and more. And all of a sudden, this huge smile just swept across her face, and her eyes just glistened. And I could tell she was there. She was there. You all know what that is. Then the next step was drop down deeper into it, and her smile was there, her face was lively, but a single tear rolled down her right cheek. And I could see something was going on in there that was more than just drumming, you know? So I told Bobby, keep playing until you choose to stop, and I'll stop with you. So we kept that pulse drumming going for another 30 seconds or so. She stopped. I stopped with it. I sat there, took a nice deep breath. And I said, Bobby, what are you feeling? Not what you're thinking, but what are you feeling? Because I'm feeling that I've been thinking a lot about my dear friend Frederick, who just passed away. She said, I realize that it's been with me, and because I haven't been feeling it, I've been thinking about how sad I am, but I haven't been feeling it. It just won't evolve, it won't grow, it won't get to another place. And so I looked at her and I said, well, I have a story that I rarely tell, that because most of the time I can't get through it without crying. Not because it's sad, but because the last words spoken by somebody before they passed were some of the most poignant, monumentally powerful, and beautiful words I've ever heard in human beings. I told the story about our dear friend Suzanne, who was my wife Evelyn's best friend when we met. Beautiful, lively, powerful, smart, funny woman who was dying much, much, much too soon. And that night, when she was passing, Evelyn and I and her longtime love, Florence, gathered around her bed and quietly chanted, prayed, told stories, talked to Suzanne, did ceremony. And then, as Suzanne was fading, I could see her lips moving. We all did. So we all three leaned in close to her. And her last words were, all that's left is love. And that's true. And so, Bobby, thank you for so much, but particularly for inviting me to tell that story, challenging me, and inspiring me to tell the story. Another deep breath, please, and say, Bobby, ready? Bobby. Thank you. Marla, I'd like to turn it over to you, please. We've got Bobby's drumming our way home. It will queued up to watch at any time you choose to introduce it. But please, this is all yours right now.
Thank you, Jim. You know, I've never met you before, but I've heard about you for many years and the great work you do in the world. I hope you can hear me okay. I know that it was a little challenging to hear you, Jim, for us Zoom people, but we understood what you said. And yeah, I just, this is very touching, and I just want to share a bit about, Bobby for me. So I've never met Bobby in person. And I feel like I knew her, and I remember when she started taking, so I run a school called the Frame Drum Academy, and it's an online school primarily. And I remember when Bobby was in 101 and watching her just joyfully excel in playing, and just it was really, really special to watch her, and as a teacher, I'm very, I care about people, and I really like to watch people's progress. And when people are really progressing well, I get really excited. And it was really beautiful to watch Bobby's passion just get deeper and deeper. And then, she contacted me for private lessons, and she wanted to teach, so she had been teaching djembe, which I think she learned that with Jim. I think that's where, her passion began for drumming. And then she wanted to start to teach frame drum. So she asked me about teaching. And she was really like organized and dedicated and super excited. Like she really wanted to just, all she wanted to do was teach, you know, and she wanted to quit her job and teach. And she was really excited about it. And then like a few months later, she started her Dreaming Drum YouTube channel, which I'm so proud of her for doing. And, you know, um, and when she first got diagnosed with cancer, she sent me a video, and I'll never forget that. She cried and she thanked me, you know, for being her teacher. And I was like, "Where are you going, Bobby? You're not going anywhere." You know, like, you know, it was a very heartwarming video that, you know, I think she found out the diagnosis like a week before, and she sent me a video just to let me know how important this was for her, and learning the frame drum and my teaching. And that was really and but her journey, you know, with the cancer, I believe was, you know, it was a long one, and she was really a fighter, and really just like seemed to have a very positive attitude about the journey with it. And um, soon after that, I invited her to be a moderator for our Frame Gym Academy. And this was really special for our community. She was an incredible moderator, really, you know. So what happens is we have an online course, and students ask questions, and we have a Facebook group. And, you know, Bobby was really good at making little videos for our Facebook group and explaining the answers. And she was just like, you know, always filled with smiles and just like such a good soul. This woman had like seemed to have such a beautiful, beautiful soul. And her attitude with the cancer was very positive, you know. And we had many phone conversations about her journey. And, you know, she found some new organic supplements and she was feeling better, and how she had enough energy to drum for a few hours, and it really like changed. And it was just such a great example of the medicine of drumming, you know, both in the community and also for your own personal connection to it, how it can really help you. And I really feel like she used the drumming in her path with this, you know, to help her cope with what was going on. Because it's you know, let's face it, going through cancer is very intense, and yet she was able to show up for our community with smiles, you know, even to the very end of her life, which I think is just really, really special. So I send so much love to Bobby as she transitions on into the other world. And, you know, she has given our community so much. She composed this song, Drumming Each Other Home, for one of the challenges we had when she was a student. And I hope that you will be playing it. I think you said you were. And we plan to keep her memory alive. We're gonna work with this song every year. I feel like I want to somehow bring her into the academy by sharing this song. And you know, just more so as a person. Like I really wish I had gotten to meet Bobby. We had talked about her organizing some workshops and concerts in, you know, the Santa Cruz area, and she had all the places picked out. And you know, I wish I had met her in person, but I really feel like I did get to meet her. And you know, and just what a beautiful soul, you know, beautiful soul. They say in the Jewish, they say mensch, you know, just a really good person. And I'm just grateful that she crossed my path, and she also, that she was able to inspire so many other people's lives within our Frame Drum Academy community. And also now that she has this, the Dreaming Drum, you know, this YouTube channel that will stay alive, and her, you know, her legacy will live on, and her rhythms will live on for generations to come. So yeah, and it's really special to see so many Frame Drum Academy grads here today just to support. Yeah, so that's what I want to share. I just, you know, for those who knew Bobby, I just, wow, what a beautiful person. Um, you know, and to have such a strong attitude throughout her whole journey, you know, with cancer is says so much about someone's soul. Like she was just very hopeful and you know, positive. So
Laura, let's play that drumming on our way home video, please.
So we're not hearing any sound. The Zoom people are not hearing any sound for the video. Now we are. Thank you. Okay, sorry, we lost the sound again.
I'm not doing anything.
You have to press the share the sound on Zoom
I'm
before.
looking for it.
Okay.
Marla, where does it say that?
Is Donna there with you? Donna's a Zoom quiz. So usually when you share music from YouTube, you have to go to the share button. So on the bottom of Zoom, it says share screen, and you
Got
press,
it.
okay, and then there'll be a little thing on the bottom. It says share sound. And you have to click this little box. It says share sound after you press the share screen button. So yeah,
Let me stop share
yeah,
and come back to try again.
yeah. So now go to share screen,
Got it. I'm with you.
and on the bot right there. There we go. Okay, now you see the bottom, the way bottom of that box. There's that. Okay, where my finger is, that bottom.
Right there?
Way bottom, there should say like share sound. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, click that.
Oh, got it. Got it.
Yeah, and then you click on
I apologize. I have never had to use that before. Okay.
all these
Good
little
news.
Zoom clicks.
Good news. Okay. Yeah, I will. I will. I will. I got to get back to that page though. It's the key thing.
You can also just click the video and then scroll above it and go to the desktop. So click the top left where you see you see the video, the Zoom video.
Hang on, hang on, hang on.
There we go.
Yeah, but I'm not back to where I want to be. I'm not seeing the ones I had set up is the problem.
Hmm.
I assume they can. Did they tell us?
Yeah, we still don't have sound, but it's okay. Our students have heard this song. So if the audience can hear it, I think we're okay not hearing it. I think it's just also the technical stuff that might be challenging. Um, I don't know if you're hearing it in your audience there, but um,
I can't do anything else. You don't.
is the volume up on the video on YouTube? Is the actual volume up?
Yep, there it is.
Yeah. What is your sound coming out of? Is the sound on the computer? Um, it's okay. I know my students are okay with just seeing her. So if you guys can hear it, I think it's fine. We can see her and feel her this way. We don't have to hear her. The smile. Look at the smile.
Welcome. Speaker.
Oh, I turned it up to hear the song.
We're working on it. Marla, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. I can hear you.
Sorry about the technology, but you're right, Bobby's presence and beauty and creativity came through.
It's harder to hear you now for some reason. You're much more muffled.
Okay, how about
Yes.
if I drop it and say it louder? Does that
That's
help?
better. That's good. Yeah.
I'll do that then. Anyway, sorry about the technology problems, but Bobby's spirit and joy and creativity came through as always. Thank you Marla, for that, what you said, and all of you at the Brave Jones Academy. Thank you so much. Such a huge part of Marla's, Bobby's life. The next on the schedule was to invite people who are here live to say a few words about Bobby and their relationship with Bobby. We're going to give that a shot so you get to know some of Bobby's friends here locally, and then we're going to do some drumming. If the technology doesn't allow us to do the people coming up and speaking, then we'll work around that. So let's give that a shot to start with. Does that work for you all at Brave Young Academy? Okay, thank you. Who here would like to say a few words? Be brave, take risks. So I'll help you get on the mic and do all that, but do you have any words you'd like to say, anything you'd like to read? And then Evelyn is going to do a ceremony as well as part of this. That will be next.
I'm so glad that we're all able to gather here today to remember Bobby. My name's Annette, and I've worked with Bobby at the Project Center for many years before she began her journey with breast cancer. I've learned so much from her as she navigated the medical system and the changes in her body. From the beginning of this journey, she was adamant that she would be traveling with her way, making choices that fed her physically, psychologically, and spiritually. Bobby brought the sacred to center stage in her life. She brought the mystery, God, Jesus with her as she went. She used angel cards and labyrinths and wonders of nature to guide her journey. Whatever she could find that connected her to her source. She was a seeker. She brought drumming and sound to us, sound from the universal source. She made beautiful music. She tapped into the unconscious and the sound that weaves through all our lives and connects us to each other. We all have been the recipient of her goodness, her faith, her love, and her connection with the sacred. The last months and days of her life, she continued to choose life. Her drumming carried her through for many months, always thinking that she could pass on the gifts that she had received to others. I learned so much of Bobby in her last month of her life. She was able to show how to live and how to be with death at the same time. She was able to hold both as she walked in both worlds with grace and honor and humility and fearlessness. I'm forever changed and grateful for her and having been able to share these last months with her. And as I told Deborah, Bobby is everywhere on everything. And I can see her smile in my mind's eye when I say that. And I also have a quote from Carol Gabron. It says, "For life and death are one, even as the river and the sea are one." I also have some words that Bobby wanted to share. That Bobby wanted to share at her memorial.
Can I just stop for a second? We can't see the woman in the white, black jacket. Yes, you're blocking our camera. Yes.
So,
And we hear somebody whispering also.
Okay.
There's somebody whispering as you're talking in the Zoom. Okay, I just want to stop.
Okay, so can you hear me now? Okay. So these are Bobi's words. She says, "The goal of my life has been to know God, the source of life, as fully as I could. It's been awe-inspiring to be led by God, the source, and by Jesus. It's been spiritually rich, full of wonder and joy. The source of the cosmos is the one in whom we live and move and have our being. That's who I've walked with my whole life. You can't put the source into a small container. I've had my foot in both worlds all my life. It has been beautiful. I've sought the source of my life, and that source has led me on a beautiful path. There has been joy, awe, and wonder. Many experiences have led me to wonder and awe, and I'm full of love and peace."
So I had a chance to work with Bobi at Health Project Center, and she was had the office right next to me, and I could hear her drumming through my office walls. And I would always go in with her, and she would have those cards, these little angel cards, and she would tell me to pick one each day. And I still have one on my desk at home, and I look at it every day. And then she had, I don't know if you can see this, but she had left this in her office, this little drum. And I went to our storage locker when we were cleaning out our offices, and we saw this drum, and they're like, "Oh, what do you want to do with this?" And I said, "This is for Bobi. This is Bobi's drum." And I was going to take it to her, and I saw her in a parking lot a couple weeks ago, or probably in November, and I was going to bring the drum back to her, and we texted for a couple of minutes, and I never got a chance to do that, so I brought this drum for her. And I'm actually was told I could probably keep it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this on my desk and drum for Bobi every day when I need to. So wanted to share that. I think I need to adjust this.
Just pull it down a little bit.
Okay, can you hear me? So, okay. I'm Angela, this is Margot, and we met Bobi in 2003 at grad school at JFK. And we were in the same cohort together. So we've known her for such a long time. And she became a very, very dear soul sister to me. So we did a lot of journeys together and adventures. And
They really see you better if you face them.
Okay.
If everybody goes that, there you go.
All right. Thank you. So I've asked, well, actually, I was responding to an email this morning about the significance of the red balloon. And this red balloon became significant for Bobi's health journey. And she was diagnosed with her breast cancer in 2016. I was simultaneously diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. So we were supporting each other through our own health journeys. And she would the red balloon signified her getting affirmation from the divine that she was on her right path. And so she would text me or email me or leave me a voicemail about when whether they were attached to a telephone wire, where they were floating in the air at the beach, that's when she first encountered the red balloon. Whether she saw them with a group of people at the park, whether it was a birthday celebration, she kept running across these red balloons. And then it became something that I would send to her, because I would see a red balloon and want to let her know that I was thinking of her and her health journey. So that's the significance of her experience with the red balloon. She was a dear, dear soul, and we supported each other so much over the years. She introduced me to soul collage. We would get together during the holidays, whether it was Christmas or Easter or a lot of times Thanksgiving, and we would collage all day and put our journey into these beautiful little 5x8 cards, and we created a story about our individual journeys together, and in having a journey simultaneously with the divine. As Bobi, what I felt the kinship with her was that I always felt like I had one foot in the spirit world and one foot in the physical world. And so I was able to make peace with that as well as Bobi was making peace with her connection with all that is divine. So we could take it out of the context of a formalized religion and expand it into all. So that's all I wanted to share. Did you want to share anything, Marla?
Sure, well, since you dragged me up here, right?
Go ahead.
My name is Margot, and that's my husband Scott over there and our baby Lucy. So if she barks too much, just tell him to take her off. I met Bobi, like Angela said, in 2003 when we started graduate school together. And in the first class that we met, I think we had to sit on the floor in a circle or something. I don't remember, because JFK was very, wasn't it wonderful? Where did she go? Wasn't it wonderful? And I sat next to her because, and this is not a negative comment, but I was thinking about letting my hair grow out white, and hers was already really beautiful gray. You know how she had her really beautiful thick hair? And so I sat next to her and I started talking to her, and we just became close friends right away. And we finished graduate school together. We did a dream certificate together that we started. And after a while, our dreams were involving each other. It was really interesting, dynamic. It was woo-woo. And we would call and talk to each other in the mornings or at night, and she would say, okay, what did you dream about? What did you dream? Oh, okay, so that means this for me, and that means, and we would just have so much fun. So then she introduced me to Vision Quests. When we finished JFK, she had already done Vision Quests. And I went to Joshua Tree with her, and she introduced me to Joshua Tree. I loved it so much. I'd take my husband with me on a couple of trips. We've been over there already because of Bobi. She just was an incredibly kind, sweet, funny, extraordinary woman. As her boss at the church, when she was a Presbyterian minister for 11 years, would say to her, "You've really got some ovaries on you, Bob." So she told me that story and we laughed so hard, so I had to tell you guys. But I loved her. I'm so glad that I got to come here and meet the people that's been working with her, because in the last, I would say, couple of years, we've lost touch. And when I found out, I was on Facebook and I was gonna write her a little note about Happy New Year and what are you doing now, and are you teaching more drumming than you can stand? And then I saw the little paragraph that Deborah had written, and so I called her right away. I wrote my comments and I called her and asked her, if this was going to happen. So she got back to me, and I'm here. We live in Fernley, Nevada now, so we had quite an adventure getting here. But as Bobi would say, Marla, you had a lot of miracles happen. They didn't revenge you. You got the toe thing done. You got this done. And she was always helping me to reframe. And so, we did that together to each other. So I just and I loved her so much. And she introduced me to drumming as well. She took us on a rainbow drumming weekend. It was amazing. And we just got to do so many wonderful things together. I'm so grateful that she was in my life for 21 years. I can't believe it's been 21 years since we met. It feels like yesterday, doesn't it? So, anyway, thank you guys. And thank you for being in her life too and loving her as much as we all do, because she deserves all the love that we give her. Okay? Oh, and I just want to say that drum that I brought with me, Bobby helped me pick it out. It's got like dirt or sand in it, and when you move it very carefully, it's very loud. So I'll try to be very quiet with it.
It's like rain.
Yeah, it sounds like the ocean.
Yeah.
Thanks, Angela.
So this is Bobby's necklace. She honored every tradition. So I'd love to take a moment of silence for us to pray in your own way to that which inspires you and holds you, so that we could feel together our unity. Just like 2 minutes of silence. And in the silence, we can feel our hearts beating together with each foot in each world. We feel the presence of love. I loved Bobby. She was Jim's dearest friend. And I loved every time I walked into the house, and I knew when she was there, the drumming was otherworldly. And when we sat in ceremony together, she was like a rod and a staff of presence and love. I'm really grateful for her life. I want to read from John O'Donohue on the death of the beloved. Though we need to weep your loss, you dwell in that safe place in our hearts where no storm or night or pain can reach you. Your love was like the dawn, brightening over our lives, awakening beneath the dark, a further adventure of color. The sound of your voice found for us a new music that brightened everything. Whatever you enfolded in your gaze, quickened in the joy of its being, you placed smiles like flowers on the altar of our hearts. Your mind always sparkled with wonder at things. Though your days here were brief, your spirit was alive, awake, complete. We look towards each other no longer from the old distance of our names. Now you dwell inside the rhythm of breath, as close to us as we are to ourselves. Though we cannot see you with outward eyes, we know our soul's gaze is upon your face, smiling back at us from within everything to which we bring our best refinement. Let us not look for you only in memory, where we would grow lonely without you. You would want us to find you in presence, beside us when beauty brightens, when kindness glows, and music echoes eternal tones. When orchids brighten the earth, darkest winter has turned to spring. May this dark Greek flower with hope in every heart that loves you. May you continue to inspire us to enter each day with a generous heart, to serve the call of courage and love, until we see your beautiful face again in that land where there is no more separation, where all tears will be wiped from our mind, and where we will never lose ourselves or you again. Jonathan. Community is everything. It feels really nice to be here with community, with hearts that are willing to love. Because in love we lose, and grief is another face of love. So may we continue to love and remember that all that is left is love.
Thank you, everybody. Would anybody else like to speak?
Jim, we have an academy grad that would love to share. I think she's still here. Marjolaine, are you still here? She fly away. Oh, I think she went away.
Anybody who would like to share, please do so.
Oh, but Peter would like to share. Peter, you want to unmute? Audio.
Hello. First, I'd like to send my sympathies to all her close friends and family. I've been a frame drummer for 3 years, and that's how I know Bobby. And a thing happened a couple of days ago that I thought was very, not strange, but nothing that's unusual for me. So I just started on my journey playing upright style, and I haven't done it for 3 years because I have never felt comfortable with the drum I had. But I finally got one and diving deep into the upright style. So I was scrolling on YouTube a couple of days ago, about a week ago. I just scrolling, and boom, it's Bobby. And she was practicing the upright style finger rolls, and which I was doing the same. And it it's unbelievable how just watching that video had it given me like this inspiration, and I've just been doing pretty good now. And I just want to share that story because but I feel her spirit. So thank you very much, and my sympathies to all. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. We actually have one more Academy grad, Marjolaine. I got her to stay up 5 more minutes to share.
Yes, I just heard what Peter said, and I can hear in his playing that he's inspired with Bobby's spirit. He does so well by playing now. But what I wanted to share with you was Bobby's first message to me through Messenger. And I just posted a video of me playing Native American flute. It was February 2022. Maybe I need to put on my original sound. Let's do that. Hello, Marjolaine. Your peyote healing prayer is blessing me big time. Your playing is so beautiful and heartfelt. I was recently given the vibrational essence of peyote in a homeopathic remedy. I'm taking this in conjunction with my prescription meds for the metastatic breast cancer. Seeing this prayer today has huge meaning for me, and I want to thank you for posting it. Many blessings to you, my drum sister. This says it all, how Bobby was. Yeah, I wanted you to know this too. Thank you.
That was beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
Would anybody in the present like to share? Yes. Come on up. And then also, we have a lot of time, so anybody else from present?
Jim, we can't see your face. We just see your lower part of your butt. Thank you very much.
That's okay, as long as you can hear my voice.
We still can't hear you so well now. You're
How is this testing?
Yeah,
Okay,
you're good.
I'll let you speak.
okay.
Can you hear me all right?
Do you want me off camera?
Okay. Can you hear me?
No, we can't hear you.
How's this?
Can you eject your speak louder, like
All right.
louder?
How about this? Can you hear
That's
me?
better. Thank you.
Okay. I was one of Bobby's students only for a year and a half, 2 years. And what a light. I feel really blessed to have met Bobby, a person who just smiles, the smile and the laughter, so quick to laughter. And that was such a blessing, such a blessing. So when I met Bobby, I felt like I was supposed to pay attention because Bobby and Robert is a big name in my family, in my lineage. And I've never met anyone other than my mother who was named Bobby in my lifetime. So I thought, okay, I'm supposed to pay attention. Show up on time for class, keep going. And I did. And there's one memory that I have that I want to tell you about
because it has to do with me realizing that she had passed on. So a few months or maybe a year before she passed on, it was a dark and stormy day, and I went into her office that she was using at the time, which was her previous therapist's office. And she loved being in this office. His picture was in there. He had passed away on his way to that office to see her, to counsel her, I guess. And she felt very at home in that office. And it was a storming day, and I remember being there alone with her. And she put on a song that was a part of my childhood with my mother, Bobi, called Higher Ground by Stevie Wonder. And she put this song on, and her smile, she was just, oh, her smile just filled up the room and then some. And she was like, just let it go. Just forget everything I taught you. Just let it go. And it was just so beautiful, just letting it go. And I remember that moment, and I had forgotten that moment. And then I subscribe to an astrology service called Serious Joy. It has daily pep talks, and it's all about astrology. I just love it. So I put on my daily pep talk one day, and he's like, I've chosen the song Higher Ground for the song of the day. Some person out there, I've never met this person, but I listened to them. And I was like, what? Whoa. And I was like, that's it, that's her. She's passed on. And I felt like she was laughing. And I was dancing, and I hadn't danced for years. I had been in a couple car accidents right when I met Bobi, and I was drumming through that, and we were sharing a healing journey. We were sharing dreams that we were having. I also went to JFK, and I also studied dream stuff. And so I was certain that she had passed on. I just knew it and felt it, and I was dancing, and I've never had that before. And I want to say Bobi accepted things about me that, the other Bobbies in my life hadn't been able to. And that was just an incredibly beautiful experience for me to get to have. I feel selfish saying how I knew her through what I experienced of her and how it benefited my heart. But what a light. I feel really blessed and honored to have gotten to meet her. And I've been dancing ever since that day. And I get that whole thing about talking and not feeling the feelings. And, like drumming is another way to get those feelings out. And I'm just looking forward to being able to tap into the grief part, the sad part today through some drumming. And I'm just so grateful to get to hear more about this amazing light that was in my life.
Thank you. These are all just so perfectly spot on. Anybody else from the Frame Drum Academy? Anybody else?
We have some people that have written in the comment box, but I know that they're here. Maybe they want to share. Barbara, do you want to share what you wrote? That was beautiful. No, she doesn't. Can I read what you wrote? I'll read what she wrote. Beautiful. Whereas Bobi was so encouraging and would break down even the most complex things if we're planning to make it simple. She always made me feel like I could do it. Kindness and love remain. Her generosity of spirit reverberates here. That was beautiful to read that because that was beautiful. So thank you, Barbara. Does anybody else want FDA? All right, I think good. I think. Oh wait, one more. Mary Ellen. Bobi did a video when I couldn't. She cleared it up. Couldn't get it. Encouraged me. So much happier. Yeah.
Marla, are there any other comments in the, your chat room that you'd like to read?
So, but there might, so you can, Kathy, you write, Bobby, you are
No, I'm
still,
sorry, Marla, you're breaking up, Marla.
I'm breaking up.
Cutting in and out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Kathy writes, love you, Bobby, you are vibrant in us all, to a, her spirit way too hard to contain here. That smile says it all. I added that little end. Yeah. You can tell us at the end, drumming jib, who else would want, we have a lot of people that might, minute, you never know. You guys.
Marla, I'm sorry, but we're losing.
There's a wicked echo, Marla.
Oh.
We're losing about every third or fourth or fifth word.
Yeah, there's,
Yeah.
okay.
You mentioned drumming. I did hear the word drumming. Funny how that is, huh? What I would like to do then is have everybody choose an instrument. Many of the people, most of the people here haven't drummed before. So I'm going to begin everybody at the beginning with the pulse. I talked about the universal pulse that we all started drumming millennia ago. And Marla and Frame Drum Academy folks, just drum along as you're feeling it. You'll hear us. We won't hear you. That way we don't have that audio lag. So I'm going to get started really quickly here with the pulse and then layer in different sounds. And I'm going to use this method that is used around the globe, which is basically just called say and play. When we say the rhythm we want to play, we get it in our body, which is where our voice is, and out of our head, which is where the other voice is, the one that sometimes just gets in the way. So to start with, I'd like everybody just to say with me, like you mean it, bass and tone, and bass and tone, and bass. Like you mean it, please. For Bobby. Keep saying that, please. Those of you, keep going, please. Those of you who have a drum like this, small djembe, hold up the hand you write with, please. And when you say bass, strike the drum with the palm of your hand right in the center. Everybody, please keep saying. We need you to keep that groove going. And so play a bass sound with the palm of your hand when you say bass and tone. Here we go. Bass and tone and bass and tone and bass and tone and keep that doing. Go, please. Don't think about it. Don't talk yourselves out of it. Next sound we're going to make, keep going, is a tone with the base of the fingers on the edge of the drum. So when you say bass, continue hearing saying bass, playing bass. When you say tone, come in with that tone. There we go. And bass, and bass, and keep going. Keep saying it, please, like you mean it. Commit, engage, it's for Bobby. Keep on doing that, please. Those of you who have frame drums, just go flick the thumb on it every time you hear a sound. So yours will be tone and tone and tone and tone and. Keep that going, please. Like you mean it, please. Good. Do we have any shakers out there? Say with me, please. Shake, 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 beautiful. Keep that going. Good. Shake, you mean it. Shake, keep that going. Get that going. Everybody drummers, keep doing that with the hands you write with. That's the hands you write with. So we're going to add the other hand with the tone. Bass and tone, bass and tone, bass and tone. actually, there you are. Smiling is a good thing. Laughing is even better. There you are. Beautiful. That's your move. Keep on doing that. Come on back there. There you are. Our bodies love to move. keep playing. And say, all we on, here we go. I can hear it. Can't hear you. There you are. Louder. And ha. Ha. There you go. And do each other. I can hear it, please. Big side. For Bobby. There you are. There you are. There you are. There you are. Gathered around the fire millennia ago, our ancestors clapped their hands, stomped their feet, howled at the moon, celebrated being alive together. More. Two more, big. One more, huge. There you are. Keep playing. Beautiful. Keep on going. Keep staying your parts, please. Keep that going in your body. And follow me as I say a little faster. Just another few minutes. The longer we stay in the group, the deeper into it we get. So we'll be here until sunrise. Get comfortable. Okay. Yeah. Back there. With me, a big who. Ready? And. Who. Beautiful. Lovely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All of y'all. That was fun. That was short. That was only 15 minutes. Normally, we would drum for hours, 1 hour, 1 hour, get deeper, deeper, deeper into the groove. But I know it's hard for brand new people. I would like to invite anybody to make a comment or observation. This is something that I do in all my work, whether it's community, youth groups, corporate groups. Ask for some observations and insights. Anything you notice about yourself during this conversation that we just had, this rhythm conversation. Don't be shy after what we just went through. You call it, raise your hand, call your name out, and then you. Margot, yes.
I felt so connected to everybody, and I was just shaking these guys, and it just, I felt connected. You know, like a chain.
Yes.
Everybody. It just felt so good.
Beautiful. Margot said it just shaking those maracas, felt connected with Bobby. That's why we do it. That's why we do it. Anybody else like to say something to the group, please?
I really felt Bobby's spirit.
Really felt Bobby's spirit.
Yeah.
To the group, please. Make any observations to the group, please. Felt Bobby's spirit.
Yeah.
Exactly. Bobby was
I felt her.
and is a drumming spirit. Thank you.
She used to talk me out of my tree every day.
She would talk you out of your tree every day.
I had such trees at work, and she would talk me out of my tree.
I love that.
She was like my spiritual mother, so I would go into her office, and I was always at peace with that woman.
Oh, beautiful. She would talk you out of your tree at work.
Always talk me out of my tree.
I love that.
Always did that. She always did that. We knew that when she was 14. Yeah.
Oh.
She just had that way of like, you know, whenever I had a really bad day, I just would go to her and she would talk me out of the tree. There are a lot of people that use
Break down, people. I know you can't hear these conversations or these comments, but I will repeat them a little bit at a time. And then anybody too who would like to make a comment, observation, what you noticed. Perfect, like she would talk them out of their tree at work, which I can definitely understand that image. Anybody at Frame Drum Academy, any observations or insights? This is why we do
Jim?
these kinds of activities. Yes.
Hey, Jim.
Yes. Linda.
Hey, it's me, Linda.
Hi, Linda.
I just wanted to thank you for this. And for my observation is that this whole thing came alive once you started drumming. Everything just came up. And it seems like that's what Bobby did for our lives. She brightened us up and she brought the light and rhythm. And we met in your backyard. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Linda. You're so welcome. Yes, that was a fun time back there, back in the years. Thank you. That's why we do these kinds of things and have throughout history, so that we can have these kind of community connections and conversations. We humans are at our best when we're doing these kind of activities together, and we're at our best when we're having conversations about our relationship, about our communities, about what inspires us with each other. Yes.
I just wanted to say that I felt like, you know, we're here to celebrate Bobby, but it doesn't feel like we're celebrating when it's sad and there's more conflicting emotions. But when we're drumming, it did feel like we were celebrating. But that was really great.
Beautiful, brilliant, yes. She said when we were celebrating Bobby, but it didn't feel like a celebration, but when we were drumming, then all of a sudden felt like a celebration. And again, that's why we drum. There's many, many things in life that we can do to get us through this feeling. Many, many, many great activities we can do. Drumming, of course, is by far the best one, but no. Any other comments, observations, insights, please? Yes,
I just felt all, like every cell was like awake after that.
tingly all over. Every cell was awake. Was awake. It's true because literally we are engaging in sharing these vibrations together. That we're making sounds, moving these drum heads, moving our bodies, that's moving the molecules. Molecules move other molecules. They get to other people. We're feeling that same vibration. When I do these groups with large people, they're literally walking out of the auditorium or the ballroom or wherever in step with each other, not deliberately, but just in sync with each other. The vibration is so strong. It's a very physical and, dare I say it, metaphysical kind of activity for all those reasons. And primarily, we kept on doing it for millennia because it works. Drumming works. Other comments, observations, insights, please.
We have a our FDA family. Louis, you all. Sorry, it's Kirby. Am I reverb?
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, you're waking up considerably, unfortunately.
Well, okay, I won't bother. I won't then. There's a beautiful comment.
There's nothing we can do about that.
You
No,
could.
it's her, not us.
Oh.
It's me. Huh? But I was before, so. Donna, what? Can she help? She's our Zoom. Somebody writes, thank you all. It's possible to be Bobby's friend, a family. Her love surrounds us, and her love is blessings to us. Another writes, such a gathering for Bob, spirit of glad to be. Another student writes, goosebumps. It was an experience. Thank you for the. If I mute this, make it.
You can't mute it. You can't.
Bob,
What we heard from there was love, spirit, love, mute, Bobby, love, Bobby. So it's perfectly clear. No problems. Other comments, observations, please.
Mistakes were okay. Mistakes were okay.
They're connected to the groups, they're connected with everything that everybody does. That's what we call it, improvisation. And it all works. And somebody's mistakes is somebody else's inspiration to try the same thing. Thank you, that was exactly.
Jim, I think I figured out how to speak without. I didn't figure it out, but my people, my little tribe here, my little tech tribe, gave me suggestions. So we're not feedbacking, right? Now it's good. Can I have a thumbs up? I can't hear you, Jim. Okay, so I'm gonna read all the comments before that came from our students. Okay, geez, there's so many beautiful comments. Greetings, everyone. Yes, it's a wonderful heart-centered rhythm. Thank you all for allowing me to participate in the joy of remembering my dear friend Bobby's life. That's from Lisa. Christiana writes, I had goosebumps. It was an intense experience. Thank you for the invite. This was after the music ended with the drumming. MJ writes, such a beautiful gathering for Bobby, all in the spirit of community. Glad to be here. Luane writes, thank you to all for making this possible to be here with Bobby's friends and her FDA family. Her love surrounds us and her love never dies. Blessings to all. Kathy writes, Bobby is love, not was. New address, that's all. Very present in all of our hearts. May we ripple out what we were blessed with in knowing her. And the Wainwrights, Jim, your heart, love, love, love is what Bobby is. Thank you. So I'm so glad we have no more delay. And thank you guys for sharing. Really appreciate. And that was beautiful drumming. It's amazing what you said, Jim. When you drum, it just changes the energy, and people just. It's,
Marla, can you hear me? Marla, can you hear me? Marla, can you hear me?
I was unmuted
Oh.
because I was. All we have.
Marla, have you all had a chance to look around the room yet? Would you like me to move the camera around the room? Oh, there it is.
Yes.
I did in the very beginning and haven't done it since then.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and do that, please. In fact, if we could even walk over here, do a quick.
I'm zoomed.
Okay, there you are. Yes. Yeah.
Go ahead. Just stand behind the oh yeah, whatever.
So these, what I'm pointing at right now, are Bobby's soul collages. Another word for wonderful, creative, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful artistic selves that she was a soul collager.
Yeah, we were. I was focused on those at one point quite a while ago.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Any last observations, insights, questions, or answers? Raise your hand if anybody would like last additional words, and we'll wrap it up. Okay, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much, Marla and Frame Drum Academy. Thank you, everybody here, everybody who contributed, everybody who contributed with your presence. Bobby, thank you so much, Bobby. Look what you did. Look what you did, Bobby. Look who you brought together. I like that somebody just said, you just have a different address. And we all have it. We know how to reach it.
Thank you, Jim. Bobby, I loved how much you challenged you.
Bobby did. Thank you. All right. Good night. Goodbye, everybody. Be well, and let's stay connected. Marla, I'm going to pass your Frame Drum Academy information out to all my peeps, and say hi to people as they stop by and say hi to you. Love to you all. Love to you all. Good night, my friends.
Thank you.
There you are.